Welcome to the Flinders Ranges. We weren't sure if we should come to the Flinders Ranges National Park, but we're so glad we did because it is stunning here. Get ready to see what you can do in the Flinders Ranges National Park. I'm convinced that by the end of this video, you'll add it to your bucket list. But first, a little introduction. If you're not sure who we are, I'm Samantha and this is my husband Tom. We're travelling full time in our caravan with our two girls, Mila and Callie. We just finished an epic week along the York Peninsula exploring some of Australia's best beaches, but now we're ready to dive into the dusty dirt roads of the outback. Get ready to fall in love with the Flinders Ranges. We decided to stay in the Wilpena Pound Resort campground since it is central to a lot of the hikes. It was a beautiful campground and it felt so peaceful here. We loved going for slow afternoon walks around the park and letting the girls roam freely.
That's it. Good job, Callie.
There's a beautiful lookout only 15 minutes from the resort called Huck's Lookout. It was such a stunning place to watch the sunset while the girls had their dinner, although it was really windy and cold, so don't forget your jackets. We spent our first few afternoons at this lookout and didn't do too much else because we had some very special visitors coming to meet up with us and we wanted to wait for them before going exploring. Honestly, even if this is all you do in the Flinders, it's still a good enough reason to visit. So today's actually the day that my family are coming to see us. So it'll be my parents and my two younger siblings. And they're going to be here tonight, which I'm really, really excited about. So for the next 3 days, they'll be here with us exploring the Flinders Ranges and Wilpena Pound area. And we can't wait because we've been putting it off just for this and there's so much beautiful stuff to do here. And I'm really excited to show you. My parents and two younger siblings had a huge day getting to us from the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. We went to bed very excited for the next day of adventuring and hanging out. So today's a very exciting day. My parents got here last night and we got to spend a little bit of time with them chatting and just having some dinner. It was really, really nice. We made some plans to do one of the hikes today, which is exciting because we haven't done anything since we've been here because we've been waiting for them to arrive. So we made plans to do the Akaro Rock hike. I think it's easy to moderate maybe. It's a 1 hour return walk, so it should be pretty easy. But it's going to be really nice and it's another stunning day today and I'm really excited to show them around Flinders Ranges. All right, we've got 10 minutes to get in the car, otherwise we're late. One minute late.
How are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Callie doing?
You have a good sleep?
Yeah.
Who's over there?
We're going for a big hike places.
Hello.
I can't.
She's like, who are these people?
Our stranger danger. So Akaro Rock is a 15-minute drive from Wilpena Pound Resort. We're going to head there now. 3-kilometre walk, easy, but I will be the judge of that very soon. Driving around the area feels very special. The landscape is so rugged and the green trees really make the red rocks pop. The Akaro Rock hike begins at the end of a pretty bumpy dirt road. I was grateful for our 4-wheel drive. Mila was determined to hike today, so we let her give it a go even though it was really rocky. Go Mila! Oh, you're running it. Can be careful. Mila did so well hiking and climbing up the rocks. Go Mila! You're leading the group, honey. She broke her leg at the start of the year and it's so good to see her back to full recovery. Good climbing! Jackets are off. Mila's pants are off. She's heating up. She's done so well. We're up really high. Goodness! Look at that princess go!
I won't even.
I'm good at hiking.
You are good at hiking.
Look how far I came. I will do it every day.
We stopped for a break in the clearing and Mila had a well-deserved rest. As we climbed higher, the views started to get pretty amazing. We had a little bit to go, so we pushed on. I couldn't believe that Mila still had the energy and strength to keep going. I was very impressed.
Am I really close?
I hope so, honey. Daddy's a pack horse today. All the jackets and pants got hot real quick. It is absolutely stunning here, Mealy Moo. Mila almost made it the whole way without any accidents. We just fell over on the rocks. So she's having a little carry to try and get to the rock. You made it, Mila! Akaro Rock is a significant landmark renowned for its ancient Aboriginal rock art, which offers insights into the culture and traditions of the Indigenous people of the area. The rock art is kept behind a large barrier to ensure it is protected from vandalism and any other damage that could negatively impact the site. Sissy's in the carrier on the way home. Food, is Elsa up there? It was a circuit walk, so we had different terrain and views on our way back to the car. What is that? Is that your song? He's having a little drink. We've been walking for almost 2 hours. It definitely wouldn't take that long if there wasn't a toddler walking in your group, but Mila wanted to walk, so we let her, and she did a fantastic job and walked all the way. Hello, Callie. And walked all the way to the rock. She's having a break now. She's in the carrier back there. We're just trying to get back to the car so we can have some lunch because we're all hungry and thirsty. What are you saying? Throw. She wants to throw some rocks. So 2 hours is pretty accurate if you're going to take it slow. We finished the hike. Oh, photo bomber. I think it was just over 2 hours for us. We made it much quicker to get back with the girls strapped up. Taya's done too, yeah. And now we get to go home for lunch. One of the top-rated things to do in the Flinders Ranges is to go to Razorback Lookout. It was around 40 minutes to get there from the resort, and oh my gosh, what a stunning view. It felt like we stepped right into a painting. So we just stopped at Razorback Lookout. We were going to have our picnic spot there this afternoon. It doesn't actually have any space for like putting out a picnic rug or anything. So we found another little lookout over this way, and it's got a little picnic table and stuff. So we're going to do our picnic there. Do you think you'll be warm in that, Tom?
Yeah, it's good on your neck. If you get cold, you can actually wrap it.
Like a scarf.
It's fashionable as well, so it's like very versatile.
Our second stop was Wangara Lookout, and although the views were trickier to see, it was the perfect spot for an afternoon picnic. Found our spot for the afternoon. Cheers. Everyone's tired after the big hike. So if you look over there, right there, you can see some cars on that road. That one over there is Razorback Lookout, which was where we were just then. And then we came here to have the picnic. It is Wangara Lookout here. It's definitely a better spot. Oh, go away, fly. The Flinders Ranges has definitely surprised us. We weren't even going to come here because it was a 6-hour journey out of where we were going. But we decided to come here and have a look because everyone says how nice it is, or those people that do come. But I definitely think it's underrated. It's so peaceful here. Like, listen. You can hear it as Taya talking. But it's just stunning here, and I'm really glad we came. And I'm even more happy that my family are here too to celebrate it with us. Like, seriously. Come on, this place is beautiful. I think it was a beautiful first day with everyone here enjoying Wangara Pound, and I'm excited to see what we get up to tomorrow. Go girl. Where are you going? After we finished our snacks, we went for a walk to the actual lookout.
Dad, why are you slow? I'm not going.
She's busy. The views at the end were pretty spectacular, and there was a cool tree and sunset in the background, making it a nice spot to sit.
Family, if I have Kelly and Dad and Taylor and Mommy.
Sun is setting. We're going to start our drive back. It's about 35 minutes to get home from here, and it's a bit risky because there's a lot of kangaroos, there was emus on the way here, and a lot of bunnies. Hopefully we can drive safe, even though it's right on the perfect time for not driving safe. Today we decided to do a bit of a road trip, so we packed our cars and were excited for a day for driving around the Flinders. Our first stop was Great Wall of China. Bye, Droney. Bye, Droney. So we just made it to Great Wall of China. That's it up there. It's pretty cool, actually, more impressive than I expected. So we've just finished at the Great Wall of China. We ended up flying Droney and getting attacked by an eagle, so that was very stressful. I was flying it too, so I was very desperate to get it home in one piece. We are now heading to the Miners Crib Bakery. We are very bumpy right now because it's always dodgy dirt roads coming in and out of all these scenic places. But yeah, let's go head to the bakery and fill up our tummies again. I heard that the Miners Crib Bakery has a very unique pastry, so I was keen to try it. You think they'll have the pastries? No. I've talked these pastries up to everyone, so if they're not here, I think we'll all be disappointed. We'll be disappointed if the pastries aren't here?
Yeah, I'm getting frostbite.
Sure, it's just so cold. I've got the pastries. The Miners Crib Bakery is located in Blindman, a historic town established in the mid-19th century during the peak of the copper mining boom. Tom and I have gone with the jam cream bun, and then we got one of the miners pasties. Dad's already just destroyed his, put it in half. Do you want to try some? I would have loved to do the Blindman mine tour to learn more about it, but we arrived at the wrong time of the day.
That's good.
We made it to the apple. Yeah. So I would say that that was worth the stop. It was pretty yummy, and it was cool that it had the quarter of the apple pie, which was a nice little treat at the end of your savoury food. Our next stop will be Parachilna. We're going to be driving, I think, 50 minutes to there from Blinman, and then we're going to the Prairie Hotel for lunch. They've actually got like a roadkill platter. Sounds absolutely delicious. I definitely won't be trying the camel, so let's go and find out what's on this platter. It was almost an hour drive from Blinman to Parachilna, and the road was dusty and long, but the views were so stunning. We made it to the Prairie Hotel. So that ride was a bit rough, but it was stunning and so beautiful, and it was really cool because we drove the whole way through the ranges, and then you just come out to just nothing. We are gonna stop here for some lunch and then head on to our next site. Callie found a horse. Sticky beaks. Honestly, I wasn't expecting much from this place, but we were pleasantly surprised. Although I wasn't going to be jumping at the feral antipasto. I've just come back to the car for a quick nappy change for Callie, and I just wanted to say this hotel is so much nicer than I expected. When you walk in, it's got beautiful furniture surrounding it. There's little separate rooms where you can dine. We actually have our own little room for us to eat lunch today. None of us actually ended up getting any of the funky foods here. We were really hungry now, so we just didn't want to risk it. I'm sure it would be pretty interesting to eat the camel and the emu liver pate and everything, but today we're just going to stick with a classic cheeseburger. But let's head back there now quickly and see if lunch is ready. Pretty funny when you're in there, you feel like you're kind of in a city or at least a town. You come out and you're transported back into the outback. Tom did end up getting the wild boar ragu, so that was the most adventurous we all got, but I'm really glad I went with that cheeseburger because it was amazing. Now we're heading to Brachina Gorge, which is a 35-minute drive or something. We're gonna go check out the gorge. We might even spot some yellow-footed rock wallabies. Shoo 'em, baby. Yeah, good job. Wind it up now. Good job. It was another dusty but beautiful drive to the gorge. This is a recommended driving route in the Flinders, and it was definitely the highlight of the day, so if you're short on time, I'd suggest heading straight for the Brachina Gorge. We're all getting a good shaking. The road is just stones.
It's a rocky world.
You definitely need a four-wheel drive to drive the route, as it was very rocky and we even had to cross a small creek. Where are you, yellow-footed rock wallabies? I had never done a drive like this and I just loved it. The rock walls towering above you and the natural state of the track made it feel very special. I think the rock wallabies are hiding from people, maybe. We're kind, yeah, and we wouldn't hurt them or go near them, hey. They've just gotten used to being alone out here, so they don't want to go near people. There's a few places you can camp along the route that would make for some nice morning views. The drive into the gorge was a lot slower than we expected, but we still really enjoyed it. The views kept getting better and better. We've stopped in Brachina Gorge. We're going to try and find some of the yellow-footed rock wallabies. The yellow-footed rock wallabies are named for their distinctive yellow feet and lower legs. They were so well camouflaged it was hard to spot them. There's one here and there's one here. They've got like orange and black stripy tails. Can you see him?
Yeah! Oh yes! I can now!
Tom and I have been saying that this is like a dusty Australian Canadian Rockies out here. Just epic mountains everywhere you go. Even the trees are a bit like Christmassy kind of vibes. It's really cool, very unique for what we've seen. You can find the rock wallaby location pinned on Google Maps along the Brachina Gorge Road. It was worth stopping here just for the beautiful landscapes. It's the belly out for me. By now it was close to 3 p.m. and we were getting pretty tired from all the bumpy driving, so it was time to head home. We're all done here now and we're going to drive along the Bunyaroo and Razorback Lookout roads. It's the scenic route to get home. We'll have nibblies this afternoon again. Okay, let's go. You know you've made your caravan feel very homely when you step inside and it feels like you've just come home. I'd say that would have had to be one of my top drives in Australia so far. Probably one of the most scenic drives anyway. It's very peaceful because there weren't many people out today. And now we're home. We're going to have some drinks and nibblies to celebrate the end of another beautiful week. Well, somebody keeps getting a bit too dirty.
It got me dirty, Callie.
She's been a mess here. The red dirt just sticks to the kids. Good morning, it is our last day here in Wilpena Pound. We're doing a big hike today, going into the Hills Homestead and then Wangara Lookout. It's estimated to be about 7.5 kilometres. That's definitely the most we've ever walked with the girls, so we're going to see if we can even make it. I'm pretty excited though to see the view from the top of the lookout because we haven't actually seen the Wilpena Pound or aerial view of it yet. So let's get this walk started and see if we survive it. We're estimating about 4 hours, but we'll have to just wait and see. Honestly, it could take a long time. It's really hard to carry them a long distance. It's 8:20. We're starting our walk. Let's see how long it takes. Callie on the back today. Should be easier, hey Callie? Not really happy about it though. The Hills Homestead and Wangara Lookout walk is one you can start from the resort. It's relatively easy to walk since most of it is on flat and even ground, but the length is where it gets you. It's almost 8k return, and don't let the easy beginning fool you. The lookouts aren't so kind to you, especially when carrying the kids. So the first 2k's are actually just to get to the beginning of the track. Sometimes there's a shuttle bus that runs and it takes you the 2k in, and then you can start the walk from there, so that would be a lot faster. But the shuttle buses weren't running this week, so lucky us, we get to walk an extra 3 or 4 kilometres. We finally made it to Hills Homestead, a once thriving pastoral station that was in operation during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. There's wolves.
They used to.
Oh, they used to be. Well, the hop-hops are still over here, if you can see them in the bush. We made it to the Hills Homestead. Now I think the Wangara Lookout is up over a hill over that way.
Okay.
What are you doing?
We're not stopping here.
Having snacks at the lookout. We gotta do the hardest bit first. Miller wanted to stop at the homestead to have a snack, but convinced her otherwise. What'd we find? Very cool. Isn't that amazing? Looks real. The challenge was just beginning. As you climb higher, the girls start to feel heavier and your body realizes it's being hit with more weight than it's used to. It might look easy, but it really wasn't. Lower lookout. Mila, we're in the pound. The lower lookout had pretty great views, but I was excited to get to the upper lookout to see what it was like. As soon as you start going up, it gets a bit tough. The lower lookout was really cool. I'm excited to see the upper lookout. It's getting pretty cool. The last 400 meters to the top is not easy. Carrying an extra weight. You can probably tell by my breathing. What you didn't see is me almost passing out and feeling so sick that I had to take Callie off of me to catch my breath. I can't believe how much I struggled getting up here. The views from the upper lookout were very much the same, but at a higher vantage point. After a long rest, we made our way back down. We had almost 4 kilometres to get back to the resort, but I was thankful it was all downhill and flat from here on out.
Hey, little kangaroos.
We were lucky enough to spot a yellow-footed rock wallaby near the track. It was so cool to see, and you can really appreciate the length of the tail and their beautiful pattern up close. We just made it back to the car. It was just under 3 hours. I think it was 2 hours and 50 minutes for us to get all the way up and back. It was relatively easy. Most of it was just flat, and it was the track that the shuttle bus can take you up. If the shuttle bus was running, it'd be really easy, but it wasn't, so it added the extra time and distance. But it was easy most of the way. Difficult climb to the top. The views of being in the pound was really cool, so it was worth it. Everyone feeling good?
Feeling good.
And I'm gonna wear a beautiful gown.
Yeah, we'll go home and wear a beautiful gown. Our time in the Flinders Ranges was coming to an end. We had one last spot to admire, so we packed a picnic and made our way to Stokes Hill Lookout. It was very windy and cold, but the views were breathtaking. We had such a nice afternoon watching the sunset change the colours over the mountains and hills.
I'm cold.
I'm trying to hide behind the wall because it's so windy and cold. It's our last afternoon here in Wilpena Pound. We're a bit sad to be leaving, especially because my parents are leaving tomorrow as well. It was a very quick 3 days that we got to spend with them, but it was really, really good to catch up. Sorry, it's a bit windy, so you might not be able to hear me very well. I'm trying to hide under the hill, but it's not really working. This afternoon we've come out to Stokes Hill Lookout just for a little bit of a picnic and a celebration of our little holiday together. It's really beautiful, even though it's super cold, but as you can see, it's pretty amazing. The Flinders Ranges area has definitely been way better than we expected, and we're so glad that we came out here. We were so close to not coming, and I'm really glad we did because it's been stunning, and I really honestly don't want to leave tomorrow. But there's a couple more places to see in South Australia before we head towards Western Australia. The next place we'll be going is the Eyre Peninsula. We'll be stopping in Port Lincoln for the week. I've seen a lot about the Eyre Peninsula and it looks really beautiful as well. So I think we're going to have a really good week, even though it's sad to be leaving here. So that marks the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope we convinced you to come to the Flinders Ranges National Park, even though it's a little bit out of the way. It's definitely worth coming here and seeing it for yourself. I'd really appreciate that if you liked the video, hit that like button, and if you want to see next week's video, hit the subscribe button as well. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, guys.
I really loved having my family visit us, and although it went by so fast, the memories and adventures we made together will last a lifetime.